Alrighty guys, another talking point for this afternoon. Levan, Michael Todd, Dave Chaffee. Who in the world is the number one arm wrestler? A lot of people, I guess globally, collectively, most people have said Levan is number one. For obvious reasons, it's been a long time since the man has lost. Not only a match, but a round. Stretching back a number of years now. But he hasn't faced, for me, a critical bunch of people. Obviously, Levan's biggest win in the last 12 months has been Vitaly Levan of Russia, beating him in the top 8 finals, quite convincingly, 6-0. But there's some factors to this. One factor, and this is by no means a slight on Vitaly Levan, but Vitaly Levan wasn't part of the bottom 8. I mean, the top 8 even. He definitely wasn't part of the bottom 8. He wasn't part of the top 8 originally, until Gennady Golovkin actually forfeited his spot because he didn't want to end up being in the WAF ban. Igor Mazurenko then invited Vitaly to be part of the top 8. Vitaly and Levan went on to be the finalists. Levan has beaten Trubin along the way. He's beaten Kitagali Ongabayev along the way. And he beat Vitaly in the final. So Levan being given the title of world's number one, for me, it holds partial credit. He may well be the genuine number one. And I'm not saying necessarily that he isn't, even though my personal vote is probably Michael Todd, if it came down to it. What I think the world needs to see, and we all will eventually get to see it, is Levan have to face the other three guys that, for me, were sitting at number one before the last year unfolded. I'm making reference to Denis. Unfortunately, Denis became ill and wasn't able to compete as part of the top 8. So we never saw Levan have to surpass Denis. Michael Todd, obviously a WAL member. Dave Chaffee was a WAL member, so neither of those two guys were in there. And of course we had the passing of Andriy Pushkar. So before Levan's time arrived, those 4 names I just mentioned, Michael Todd, Dave Chaffee, Andriy Pushkar, Denis, they were the top 4 globally, respected. Both from North America and from Europe and all around the world, those 4 guys were considered the toughest 4 guys to beat. Styles make matches, of course, and each of those guys tended to be more vulnerable to other styles. But Andriy Pushkar was the man, and rest in peace, he was on top when he died. So for obvious reasons, we didn't get to see that, but we've never seen Levan face any of those other 3 guys. He was obviously earmarked to face Dave Chaffee as a part of a vendetta for this year, which again COVID destroyed. So it's all out of Levan's control. None of this is Levan's doing. Levan beating Vitaly, beating Trubin along the way has looked pretty dominant. But also you got to look at Dave Chaffee. Dave Chaffee beat Trubin very convincingly as well, not very long ago. Michael Todd has taken rounds off Saplenkov. Michael Todd took rounds off Pushkar as well. So Michael Todd clearly is in that case. And Michael Todd beat Dave Chaffee at the WAL, as we know. So for me, Levan, the reason I'm talking about this video is just there was an online discussion on Facebook today that popped up, and it got me thinking about this. At the end of the day, if I had to put a bet on, I would put it on Michael Todd to beat Levan in a super match. I just think he has the right style to cause that sticking problem for Levan, and I don't know that Levan would be able to necessarily finish Michael Todd over 6 rounds. So let me know, what are your thoughts? Is Levan the man, or is he yet to be proven as the man? For me, I can't call anyone the man yet. I can't call Levan the man, I can't call Michael the man, I can't call Dave Chaffee the man. At the moment for me, if it was Ryan Bowen's world of professional arm wrestling rankings, I leave number 1 blank, and I have Michael Todd and Levan equal number 2, and I have Dave Chaffee sitting as a number 1 contender to those 2 guys. Not to mention Vitali, even Jerry Cataret. These are all guys that are in the mix in any of those conversations. Truban, Devon, we start going down the ladder. Gennady, they're all badasses that could be right there. But for me right now, Levan and Michael, we need to know that. Hopefully that happens. I believe Levan and Michael are trying to potentially get something going. We'll see if that happens. Hopefully the Dave Chaffee match happens as well. Too many questions left unanswered. Hopefully 2021 is going to answer them. Anyway, a lot of rambling here, not a lot of conclusions other than the fact that we need to see some arm wrestling. Guys, leave us your comments below on what you think that dynamic is. Is Levan the man? Is Michael the man? Or is no one the man? Alright, lots of food for thought. See you guys.